Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, where we're building a battlecruiser to take down a dreadnought. So this means I'm going up against a battleship which has far more firepower and probably more survivability than I do. So I'm going to have to try and evade his shells, make sure that I don't get hit, or that my maneuverability is so good that he doesn't have all of his turrets to bear. There is another bit of a wink to, I think, the hood down here. Be aware that by increasing the battlecruiser's firepower too much, you might dangerously increase the chance of ammo detonation from a penetrating hit. The British warship Hood, a battlecruiser, was sunk by a German battleship, Bismarck. Now, you have a couple of different bonuses. You can have the enhanced firepower, which gives you just more firepower from the guns overall. Survivability and maneuverability. No bonuses to firepower, but everything is going to be stacked in making sure you can take a hit or avoid a hit in general. Mixed tech is a bit of everything, or just flat out more funds. More funds, I think, is not quite going to work. Mixed tech, not really too big on this, because it gives me a bonus to small guns, which I'm just not likely to use. Because I want to try and keep this battleship at long range. The closer I get, the more guns he's going to be firing at me. So survivability or enhancing firepower. +7 centerline mounts for large guns. 6 side mounts for large guns. 4 superimposed... Yeah, let's go for this. Superimposed mounts for large guns. Now, I've already played the mission once, and I managed to get detonated. I was doing quite well against the battleship. I was able to knock out its main tower by firing a consistent barrage of HE at it. And then I detonated. So that is definitely a very real risk. Now, there is this button which says auto design. I never actually used it, but I wonder what the AI is going to come up with. Look at that. 2 times 14-inch guns. 4 weight offset. 18%? I'm sorry, but that's going to make the ship really quite unstable. I wonder how this design is going to fare, though. So let's see if the AI is any good at designing ships. 4 weight offset, 4%. So if I shift this turret around a little, I might be able to bring that down. 1.8. Oh, what is this doing here? A little one-time mark or a 3-inch gun. What the hell is that doing there? Here. Perfect weight balance. Cost 15,000. Weight almost maxed out. Now I can still up that further, but for some reason the game thought that I need medium range. I would really like to be a little faster than 23 knots, but of course that is gonna cut into my displacement. Minimum bulkheads is just begging to get killed. You went with Harvey armor? 45 armor strength? I'd much rather have Krupp 2. Anti-torpedo? No. That battleship's not going to torpedo me. Anti-flooding 2? Citadel 1? This is why I usually don't use one of these, because it's... well... it's not really what you need. I want to try an HE spam this thing. Increased ammo count? No, thank you. Reduced torpedoes, although I don't use any of those. 25% HE fire chance. Let's go for that. Now my weight is slightly over. So if I just up it a little bit... some parts are badly placed. Oh. Whoops. Like what? Oh! The secondary tower. Yes. Holy crap. A whole bunch of secondaries there. And apparently we also have another mark or an 8-inch gun on the stern. What's the range on these? 12.5. You're not very likely to hit anything, but it's there. So a secondary tower, rear tower, 4 weight offset 2.3%. So that's probably why the game had that secondary tower, or that turret set up there. I'm gonna go for another funnel. 4 weight offset, still 2.3%. Come on, up it a little. There. 21,100 tons. Speed is only 25 knots though. I could up that again, but it's just not quite going to work. And I only have this. I can go for the multiple expansion steam engine, which would probably push the weight down a little bit, but not as much as I might need. We need to fix this 4 weight offset though. I really wonder how these 14 inches are going to do. I need to bring a gun on the stern slightly further back to the front. Maybe that fixes it. 6.8, 0.3. There. That'll do. Now, as for secondaries, what do I have here? 2-inch guns. See, this just makes no sense, because I don't intend to get to 2.5 kilometers. It's just not going to happen. So all of these I can get rid of. I have no casemate guns. Yeah, those are just trash. I could go for a secondary, maybe an 8-inch. If I can fit it in somewhere, that is. Ship is overweight. Yeah, not going to work. Alright, so we're just going to have to rely on our big 14-inchers. And ideally I would have those on electro-hydro turrets to make sure that they're going to turn as fast as possible. Whoops. They're going to have to fix that as far as I'm concerned. There. Okay, so this is mostly AI designed. Because I probably wouldn't have picked 14-inch guns. Let's see if this thing is any good. Now keep in mind that the AI just continuously regenerates the battleship. So every time that you fight this battle, you're fighting something else. You never quite know what you're going to be facing. Let's see what the layout of this ship is, as far as we can tell. 1, 2, 3, 4 turrets only. What could be an 8-inch secondary and a whole bunch of casemate guns. I might actually have bigger turrets than he does. Okay, first couple of shells in the air. But that goes both ways. He just also opened up. Let's slow it down to a whole 20 knots. Jesus, okay. 20 knots to maximize accuracy. Full salvo out. Keep in mind I'm firing HE. The plan here is to put him on fire and knock out modules. So if I can knock out his front and his secondary tower, that hopefully should reduce his accuracy a little. At the same time, he has probably got bigger guns than I do. And with that, he can definitely inflict a whole bunch of damage on me. And he does, in fact, do that. I just got hit for 210 damage. I'm flooding on 2 compartments. There's also apparently a fire raging. And I damaged engines 2 and 3. So I can only make 17 knots at this point. Switching back over to their warship. Set 1 fire. Far, far in the bow. But for the moment, nothing serious. I'm really concerned about my top speed going down, because if that goes down too far, then I'll have no chance to dodge those shells. Another salvo goes out. Let's see what the incoming does. So far, no hits. My salvo just falls way around him. Now, ideally, I'd be crossing his T, which means that I'd be sailing in front of his bow, so like that, to make sure that he only has that 1 turret that he can fire, and a couple of secondaries. But getting in front of him with a speed of only 18 knots, not even that, 17 knots is going to be damn near impossible. Alright, looked like I did crack his armor a little bit with the HE rounds. But that return fire, I really don't like that. What I could try and do is angle away from him and hopefully throw off his aim a little. But I wouldn't be surprised if this battleship is actually faster than I am at this stage. Because, yes, he might be burning, he might have taken some damage, but his engines are intact. So trying to keep this ship away from that battleship is going to be quite difficult. One hit. Looks like we cracked the armor slightly. Let's just put it on ×3. Firing with a 7-inch or 7% accuracy, 7% chance to hit. Yeah, it's just falling short of him. I'm kind of waiting till the ship detonates, because it very well might. Another hit to his stern. Still no fires. That is what I'm banking on, setting fires. Until I know exactly how much armor he has, and I'll know that in a minute. I think setting fires is my best bet. Another crack to his armor. Okay, what do we have? We're fighting the Battleship Catalan. 13-inch guns, 8-inch secondaries, 6-inch, 4-inch and torpedoes, with a range of 6 kilometers. Armor, 1.5 to 11-inch. My guns, at current range of 9.2, so let's say just under 10, can penetrate 1.5 inch of deck armor or 15-inch belt armor. Let's switch to AP. Because maybe I just have the punch on these 14-inchers to go right through them. Hit. Damage to the main gun. Now it's damaged, it's not destroyed. Another crack on his armor, and he's on fire. Just one section here, though. His speed is 17 knots. He has a displacement of 29,000 tons. Few bulkheads. That could be the key. If he has few... Oh, shit. I just took a big hit again. If he has few bulkheads, my shells might be even more accurate. Oh, I lost a barbette. I'm lucky that barbette didn't blow up. Because that's where the... or at least part of the ammo is stored. I'm also flooding. Please hit this. 8-inch or 8% chance to hit. Come on. Wreck that thing. Miss, miss. And the rest fell short. I'm flooding. My engine's knocked out. I'm doing a top speed of 4 knots. My current speed is 10. But that's just from the momentum that I had. So I'm not quite dead in the water, but it is getting quite close to that. I don't think that this one's going to work out. No hits. Look at that though. He just hit me a couple of times. And my structural integrities went down to 70 or 64, my float capability to 70. And moreover, I'm coming into secondary range of those 8-inchers. Ooh! Destroyed a casemate and set a fire on him. Casemate destroyed. Means I'm basically knocked out a bit of his armor. And potentially secondaries. Accuracy, 10%. No joy. Now, I'm not very concerned about these secondaries. Sure, they could set fires, but their accuracy is about 1 to 2%. So, annoying as might be, I'll probably survive. What I might not survive is the flooding. Because while I'm trying to focus on this ship and see what sort of hits I get, my own ship is getting pretty much wrecked. I'm flooding. Just another 23 damage hit there. It's not enough. That is not nearly enough. Are we actually dead in the water? Yeah, we can do 3 knots. Jesus. Okay. 3 knots translates to about... what is that? 6 kilometers per hour? Now. 200 damage. And another fire's been set on my ship. Structural integrity down to 55. Float to 47. How about this battleship? Yeah, this thing is just not letting up. I'm just not hitting the guy. I have an accuracy of 12%, but I'm not really seeing it. There's another hit to my ship. Oh, main conning tower destroyed. Come on, go back. Yikes. Accuracy just dropped to 6.5. And I think that I'm listing to starboard, thanks to having taken on water. I'm not even sure if the guns can still fire. How am I for speed? Yeah, pretty much none. Let's see if I actually still fire. Because at this angle... Ooh, no. Come on. Yeah, we're still firing. But look at that, the whole deck's awash. You can see that the thing has taken on noticeable amounts of water on the starboard side. Another flooding hit. And the Catalan is just over there, seemingly not exactly bothered by my damage. And I think that my AP is just not doing anything. Switch back to HE. Alright, so this design is not working out. I need to find out something else. There's another salvo. Oh, just goes all over the place. Alright, rebuild. I wonder what other design the AI would generate. Auto design. I'm really not quite trusting the AI with this design process anymore, so I'm really going to second check what he has. He's still going for the 14-inch guns. Okay, and a bunch of 8-inch. And a bunch of 2-inch. Why does the AI think that I want to fight at a range of 2.5 kilometers against a battleship? And then expect me to reach that speed, or reach that distance with 23 knots of speed. It's just not going to work. Let's try something else. I want to have a faster ship. 33 knots. Bulkheads. Standard. Steam engine with the expanding, oil, induced, and auxiliary. Iron plate, no. Crypt 2. Let's go for a double hull. Reinforced bulkheads, anti-flood 1, Citadel 2. Anti-torpedo not necessary. Barbette 1. Standard shells. No, I want super heavy shells. I'm gonna go for... what gives me the most penetration? Shell damage, gun range. This has less shell penetration. Oh, right, these are the super HE shells. The Lyddite 1. With a 37.5% bonus / debuff to ammo detonation. White powder 1 could work. Gives me a bit of range and a bit of penetration. Shell damage. Gun reloads. Yeah, we'll just go for white powder. Hydraulic turrets. No. Electro-hydraulic. Autoloaders. Rangefinder. Let's go for the stereoscopic rangefinder 1. Why not the coincidence? Well, because I don't have to switch from target to target. So my gun aiming speed is really not that important. Alright. Different plan. Make a fast battlecruiser that's going to close in and just pepper him with all sorts of smaller guns. 9 inchers probably. Rear tower. Actually, do I need The rear tower 6. Let's go with a rear tower 4 to save a bit on money. And make sure that it's not as big. Alright, we need 1 funnel at least. Considering what I'm asking from this ship in speed, I probably need 2. 66% engine efficiency. Large funnel, there. 99.1% engine efficiency. Okay. I might need to up the displacement. Let's set up some barbettes. Oh, crap. I will have to up the displacement, because I simply don't have enough room on the bow. The main tower's in the way. This is as far forward as I can place it. Alright, let's throw on a gun first. A centerline 9-inch gun, which has a maximum range of 15.7. Reload time of 18.5 seconds. Now I want the island behind it, the main tower. Let's go for a main tower 4. And then I want the funnel. I can fit 1 in there, 1 here. That I think should do it. Yep, 96.1. I can live with that. Okay, good. Centerline, 9-inch. 2 barrels. 4 weight offset is pretty severe. Really. I'm gonna have another gun in here. Maybe I need to sacrifice the large funnel for something that does fit. If any. Apparently not. Let's see, this has a funnel capacity of 23.5. I'm at 64.4. Come on, we can do better than that. I just think that I might need to go with secondaries down here. Because maybe the 9-inch just doesn't fit. Nah, I cannot squeeze it in between those 2 funnels. It's not going to work. Alright, then we're going to have to throw another barbette here. Main guns, centerline, 9-inch. We have a pretty nasty 4 weight offset. So let's see if I can shift that turret further forward. Oh shit, I need to have it further back. Not further forward. We're on 4.5 forward. Yeah, this is as good as I can place it. We're still at 4.5. Maybe just adding a couple of secondary guns. 8-inch secondaries. Of course, it's not going to do that much for my displacement. 4 weight offset is still... Oh shit, we're overweight. It's probably because I'm asking too much in the sense of speed. There. Now I have a 2,000 tons to work with. These things are still pretty heavy. If I fit them on here... I still have a 4 weight offset of 5. Hold on. Not on those mounts. Slightly further back. So then I might be able to fit 2. No. Really? How about 1? Single barrel. Those are pretty big turrets. And I think they're just not going to fit. Or at least not as well as I would hope. What sort of casemate guns can I place? None? What the hell? I can only have 2-inch guns? Okay. Let's strap on some extra armor. Although, to be fair, I don't quite think it's going to work. (8.5-inch belt armor. And 2.3 inch belt extended. Okay, well, this is going to have to work. We're firing super heavy shells. We have a reload of 18.5 seconds. If I were to change this to light, I'd have 15 seconds, so it's not that bad. Super heavy. Standard amp of ammo, or standard ammo number. Okay, let's try and race up to the battleship and see if I can hit it. Which would be nice. Since at this point I really don't think that I'm going to be able to pen that thing with anything that resembles AP, we're immediately going to go for HE and set a course for that battleship. I'm not even sure where those shells are going. I have well over 1,000 rounds, and that's just from the 9-inch. Look at this. Strength in numbers. Oh, we're already taking a fire. 2 fires, in fact. Do we even have firefighting capability on this ship? Yeah, I think we do. My accuracy is a whole 2%. Right. Yeah, that doesn't help. Okay, that's good enough. Level out. Start making the turn. I know that's going to cut into my own accuracy, but we'll just get rid of that debuff in a sec. I just need to get closer to make sure that those 9 inches could actually do something useful. My pen at this range is about 8 inches. I'm 70% through identifying this ship. What do we know about him so far? See, it's again another design. This thing only has 3 main turrets. 1 funnel, so if I knock that out, I'm probably going to slow it right down. A couple of secondaries. 1 seemingly 8-inch secondary. And these might be 4 or 5-inch. Aim. Ladder aiming. I don't exactly know what that is. Maybe just tracing the splashes and see where you're about to hit. Because overall accuracy 7%. Come on, put this thing on fire. It's kind of what I hired you to do. Or rather, hit it. That would be a major bit of progress. Nope. Keep going. Okay, we're about to get full intel on this ship. There we are. 13-inch main guns. 7-inch secondaries. Another 7-inch secondary dual turret. 4, 3, 3, and torpedoes. Speed? 29 knots? Seriously? That's really fast. Oh, right amidships. I just lost 20% of my structural integrity. I lost, or at least severely damaged, an engine. My speed's about to go down to 20 knots. And I still haven't hit this thing. Okay. Why are my gunners so shit? There we go. Damage to the funnel. Just not doing damage. I know I'm only packing 9-inch, but oh, there goes the main gun. There goes the fire. This is not looking good for the chunking. Taking hit after hit after hit. And again, I'm trying to trade out a battleship. That's not going to work. I need to outmaneuver it somehow. There we go. Now we're finally doing some damage. Seemingly put a fire on the stern. What's the range in those torps? 6 kilometers. Range to target is 6.6. He might send those torpedoes out. Just as sort of a last-ditch effort, hoping to hit me. I mean, why not? He has torpedoes. The question is where? Yeah, side-mounted. It's just one launcher though, so he's sending out one torpedo. Okay, we put another fire. He has an accuracy of 13%. Those 13 inches really hurt when they start opening up. There it comes again. That's only 8-inch or 7-inch secondaries, and here come the main rounds. And missing everything. For the moment. I want to switch to AP, see if I can get any better luck with that. Because he has a maximum of 13 inch of armor. I can penetrate at this range of a little over 5, about 10 inch. Let's say 9 inches at that range. Hit him on the casemate here, doing very little damage. Seems that accuracy is mutually quite poor. Mine and his. We're just duking it out, but nobody's actually inflicting any good damage. I don't really seem to be penning his armor, if I hit him at all. And the same can be said for him. Nope, I'm just falling short. Now, I don't really want to get any closer than I currently am. Because then there's a really good chance that all of those extra guns are going to open up and going to put me on fire. Oh, I just took another hit. Nothing too serious. Just 24 damage. Come on, set some fires. Give this guy something to worry about. Because I'm just not seeing it at the moment. This battle is going to last probably another hour. There we go, fire set. But he's probably going to be able to put that out pretty quick. Another fire set, this time to the stern. I have also been set on fire. Or I'm still burning from a previous hit. Range is now 6 kilometers, and I just took another big hit. He, so far, has barely taken a scratch. Another fire beset. It's just not doing enough damage. Okay, so this design apparently also doesn't quite work out as well as I'd hoped. I'm down to 50%. 47%, and I'm just taking a flooding hit. Yeah, we're flooding on 2 compartments. Look at this thing. Structural integrity down to 92, but the rest is all perfectly fine. Damage the main gun, put it on fire. But as long as I'm just damaging them and not actually knocking them out, it's not really any use. I've just been... yeah, the ship's going down. Alright, so I'm going to need a better design, and I'm going to leave that up to you guys. What sort of a design should I come up with for this battlecruiser? What do I need to change to make sure that this thing can actually win this encounter? Because obviously outtrading a battleship doesn't work. Hoping that HE does the trick and put them on fire, it doesn't work. So I'm going to have to try something else. Let me know down below in the comments what you think I should do. Now, next video is going to be up in a couple of days, but I might do a stream at some point of this game, just so you guys can get faster input in how I should change the design, and see if that works. I'll probably be streaming that to YouTube, so it's going to be quite hard to miss. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please support me on Patreon. I can really use the support you can offer, because I really want to be doing this full time, but YouTube advertising rev is just not quite good enough, so that's why I need your Patreon support. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys soon for another one.